my name's Jason Jarrett. I'm an exercise physiologist and an exercise scientist. Every injury is unique, so every movement therapy program should also be unique. Work with me and you'll get the professional expertise you need with your situation. Hi guys, welcome back. As promised, I'm doing another video today with actual exercises. And can I just say, is anyone else going a little bit crazy cooped up indoors? I'm going out of my mind. Yeah, I'm already a little bit crazy. So to be cooped up for a week or two at a time, stir crazy. But I think that leaves a lot of us with a lot of energy. So hopefully, maybe you also have a lot of energy that you have available to channel into exercise. So before I got off on my tangent, we're going to today go through some exercises with a backpack. This is fantastic. So you can just use a regular backpack or even a handbag, whatever you've got available, some sort of bag that you can put things in. You could put, for a lot of these things, you know, for a decent backpack, you could probably put 10 to 20 kilos, maybe even heavier if you've got a hiking backpack. You can put heavy stuff in there, and then you can do exercises. You can obviously wear the backpack and do a squat. You can hold onto the backpack and do things like a row, a deadlift. It's fantastic. It's exciting. Can you tell I'm excited? Yes, good. Let's get into it. I'll see you out there. Here we are again, back on the floor, but just for today, let's pretend that we're in my home. I've got some basic things that you can find from around the home, including green bags, but like I mentioned just now, you can use backpacks or whatever, as long as you've got something to put stuff in. Now, before I get to the backpacks, I'm going to use this little baby here, this plant. So, what am I going to do with it? I'm not going to do gardening. I've done that once before on this channel. Isn't this a nice plant? You can do squats with anything, guys, seriously. So, just holding him, like so. This only weighs 5 kilos, but I have definitely seen people who, if they have knee issues or whatnot, then 5 kilos might be the weight that they've started squatting. As long as your technique's, you know, good. So keep it nice and close, whatever you're holding, and do your squats. Try not to get lost in the foliage. So, same squat technique as always applies. Yeah, I feel like a right moron. But, you know what? That's better than just doing body weight, as long as your technique's okay and you don't drop anything or put, you know, be careful, of course. So whatever you're using, find something reasonably heavy to make the exercise a little bit more difficult than just using body weight. Challenge yourself, be a little bit creative, find whatever you've got around the home. So if that wasn't heavy enough, you could put stuff in your green bags and squat away there. So this next one is a deadlift. Again, if we've done deadlifts in clinic, this is how you could do them at home. Basic essentials I've got is a bag of some kind. I'm using a green bag. I've just put some randoms in there. It does weigh about 15 kilos. I probably wouldn't go that much heavier with a green bag. It'll split and tear apart, but you could use a backpack. You could probably go much higher if you're able to do so with your back and you've done deadlifts before. Now I'm going to be standing on a step because, you know, because the handles on the bag are so long, I need to be higher off the floor. I'll show you. So, if I do a deadlift here with my hands down, it touches the floor too soon. Whereas if I'm on a step here and keep the shoulders back, you don't need a step like this, of course, just as long as you're elevated off the floor so the bag can go lower. I mean, anywhere you can safely do this. Safety is always the main thing, always has been. So improvise, but just use a lot of caution because you're being a bit more creative. There's probably a little bit of a higher risk as well. So don't do it on a soft surface. I probably wouldn't do it on the edge of a bed, okay guys? But you know, just a step somewhere would do that's slightly elevated, not somewhere you're going to take a fall, you know, mitigate all of those sort of risks. So that's a deadlift, a great exercise. Another one which is fantastic that you can do in a very similar way, and I'm going to have to take a few things out of here because this is quite heavy. So I'm going to make it about 5 kilos worth of stuff. You could do this at the supermarket. No one will look at you like you're weird. It's completely normal in this day and age. You could do anything and get away with it, I reckon. No one's going to care. Just don't sneeze or cough and you're good. Okay, so similar position, but we're not doing a deadlift. We're doing one-armed rows. Look at that. Do this when you're at the supermarket standing in queue. Don't. There you go. See? Look at that. So you've got that and you've got deadlift, which is this. Holding it with 2 hands. It's just, I'm holding the microphone. See? Great exercises. They're fantastic. This time I've put about 5 kilos worth of stuff in each bag. Shoulders don't need much. This is a shoulder press. Boom. And you'll feel it. Don't use 5 kilos for most of you, for sure. Shoulders fatigue quickly and don't need much weight. You might even start with 2 kilos in each bag. And my understanding is a litre weighs a kilo. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think 2 litres of milk or if you fill up a 2 litre soda water bottle or something with water, that's 2 kilos. So you can just use empty containers. And like I am starting to feel this. So there you go, shoulder press. Just a caution with that one. If I haven't introduced you to that one and you've got shoulder issues, probably take a lot of care with it. So I'd start really super light, really light with shoulders. But you're starting to get an idea now of how we can improvise and how we can use things from around the home. It's actually pretty exciting. So if you guys actually put this stuff into practice, I think you're going to feel a lot more like exercise, like you're owning it. We can see this whole isolation period and the pandemic and everything, we could see it as an opportunity. We all have to. We're all being confronted with the changes in society, the devastating amounts of unemployment and business closures. The only reason I'm here is to film these videos for free for my clients or for my past clients or for everyone in the hopes that this will help you in some way. But I guess my point there is that we can see this as an opportunity to focus on things that we wouldn't usually be focusing on. So I know it can be hard, and a lot of people might be going through a lot of people are going through a lot of things right now. I don't need to tell you that, but exercise is one thing in my life I've always prioritized. I've always found, if nothing else, if I can go for a jog, or if I can't even go outside, I can do other things. But if I can exercise when everything in my life goes to shit, I feel better. I just feel better. I think most people do. It's just the trick, as always, of course, is to find something that you don't mind doing. You can't hate what you're doing. You've got to find what part of exercise you either enjoy or you get the benefit from. And there will be something. Even if you haven't found it yet, please don't give up and play around with what you've got at home, with bags, with weights. I'm going to slowly, over the weeks, introduce you to more variations. And again, not to pimp the service, but we have a telehealth service that's available. We can provide Medicare rebates. And telehealth service is essentially a virtual consult where I can talk to you in real time. We can actually see what you're working with and we can set it up. Okay, so the clients I've had so far in that system have found it immensely helpful. Feel free to contact me, and I am about to take you through some cardiovascular exercise you can do in the comfort of your own lounge. The first thing is stuff you can do on the spot. What can you do on the spot? Star jumps. Again, I don't want to hold this. You can make them as small as you like if you have any issues, and drop your microphone. If you have any issues, just keep them nice and small. But the idea with a full star jump, not the elbow like I'm doing, but your heart rate will get high pretty quickly. Alternative, knee-high jogs. These are great. Caution with people who have had ankle or knee issues. I've got a few of you of my current clientele who have this. Now, if you have ankle or knee issues, start low with your jogging on the spot. Go for about 30 seconds, rest. Okay, if you've got no ankle or knee issues, you're otherwise fit, your injury's up here or somewhere else and it feels fine and it's probably good, you can probably do the higher knee jog. Okay, I do this, but not for people with knee issues. Yep, so 30-second bouts. Again, as I've said previously, you can always increase this in future. Better to start low and to start gently and to start conservative and only do 20 seconds rather than do 20 minutes and then see how you feel tomorrow. And then the next day you can be like, okay, I didn't hurt. I didn't have aches in the joint. I didn't have actual pain, just muscle soreness is okay, but I didn't have joint pain, what felt bad pain, we can talk about that. But use your common sense, of course. So there's that. Skipping ropes are great. I suspect there's a lot of them that are sold out, but if you can get your hands on one, man, skipping on the spot. You can do intervals. Obviously, this is my imaginary skipping rope. I could use microphone cord, but your ears will thank me because I'm not going to do that. Now, caution with skipping, what's happening with my elbow and my hand. So you don't have to do that with your elbow and your hand. The rope will move as long as your body moves, like this. I would minimize the wrist doing that. If you've had any RSI, wrist issues, I'd be careful of the elbow. You won't feel anything straight away. It's not like strength training, but the repetitive nature of it could build up over time. The risk with that sort of thing is, yeah, an RSI sort of type of pain, injury, elbow, tennis elbow, or carpal tunnel in the wrist or something longer term. So just be careful of that. There'll be more exercises coming out. I'm going to take you through more. Please feel free to get in touch with me if you're interested in the telehealth service, you need that one-on-one intervention. Otherwise, feel free to comment below. Let me know any interesting exercises that you found or that you found what's helped at home. Please like the channel, subscribe, yada, 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 and I'll see you next time.